What's up, guys? Taylor Whips, and today is kind of a special one. As you can probably tell, since the last time you may have seen it in the video, it did not have black on the sides, front bumper, back bumper, whatever. So, recently, well, yesterday, I slightly sanded and painted the front bumper, back bumper, and the sides gloss black with the dollar can spray paint that I have bought. Taped up just a couple things, the turn signals on the front and the bottom of the brake lights. I didn't really worry about anything else over here because it's all going to get repainted anyways. Overspray doesn't really matter, so I just got a couple of the spots that it did matter, which were very minimal. So for today, what I've already done was took an electric palm sander with an 80 grit sand disc thingy on it, and I did the entirety of the roof. As you can clearly tell, it is very sanded now. It's super smooth to the touch. I washed it off, and it's currently drying from the sun and the heat the rest of the way. I already wiped it down with a towel a little bit, but I'm also letting the paint soak up some of the heat too for a better spray pattern. And when I sprayed the sides, I did the whole entire thing with this grip thingy, so that actually worked out pretty well. Made everything a lot easier, no cramping of the fingers like before. And I don't know how I really like the looks of it right now. I don't know if it's just because those two things are ugly and popping out, but I don't know, maybe once the roof is black and some of the accents are black, I'm trying to go for a more subtle look. Alright, check it out, guys. So this is what I have going on so far right now. I have tape across the weather stripping for the windshield, going across the top, newspaper covering the window, because last time I painted this thing I did not really cover any of the windows up or windshield or anything, and I just like sprayed with the precision that God himself has given me. Although it was not 100% the best, I did have to scrape quite a bit of overspray off the windshield and windows, and it was just not a fun time. I'm definitely not trying to do that again. So I got that. And then I'm probably going to come down along here in between the door and the window, and for that I figured I'd just use this as a straight edge to block off most of that. So that's what we got going for right now. I will start painting and give you guys a little progress update as I do it. Alright guys, I got the roof completely finished. It took an entire 2 full cans, and that was it. Like, I was down to the very last spray on part of it, but I mean, it doesn't really look like too much now, but I promise you, once we get it washed up and get the rest of it painted how I want it with the lines lined up, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll look pretty stinking good. But I'm about to take the tape off the blinkers and taillights because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be driving this to work tonight. So it'll sit in the garage and dry completely, and we'll wait till the next day when I have time to maybe resand and repaint some stuff, and then onto the fun part, which will be actually making this thing Galaxy again, and then going over everything with a super glossy clear coat to make everything really pop. So that's it for now, guys. What's up, guys? It is now Saturday, it's the weekend, and there's going to be a lot of progress coming on this van and actually my car. So stay tuned for videos for the car, and hopefully we get this paint finished up sometime this week. I do have about 10 to 12 days, if you include the weekend, off from work. We have a summer shutdown and a winter shutdown every year. So it's really cool. I'll have a lot of time to do basically whatever I want on the Speed and this. And obviously for this, in this video, we were painting it. And so it's about 7:30 a.m. right now. And I just pulled it out. There was a lot of rain from yesterday and moisture on the van. So I just real quick went over the whole entire roof with a 320 grit. Kind of just smoothed everything out. You can see there were some highs and lows in the paint. Hopefully you can see it. But so I just went over that real quick with a 320 grit, and I went and got gas in the Speed earlier, so I think I'm gonna rinse this off and then hopefully drive it to the gas station, bring it back. It'll be somewhat dry. The Speed was, at least. So I'm gonna go get gas right now after I rinse it off and come back and start painting some more on it. One other thing I forgot to do when I was talking about taking off the blue painter's tape, I forgot to take it off the reverse lights. I think are down here. But I drove to work 2 days this week with this van like this, and I kept forgetting to take it off, so I might as well just peel it off before I go past a couple cop stations and police departments. Hopefully they don't try to screw me on that, but they can't no more because I'm taking it off. And in the sunlight, dang, that carbon fiber inlay looks pretty good. And just to show you guys that everything still works, there we go. Coolant will work. Oil pressure's already starting to rise. Voltmeter for the battery. Fuel gauge is accurate because I am on my way to go get gas. Tach works just fine. Speedometer is perfect. Everything's starting to finally come along in this, so off to the gas station. Alright guys, so got back from the gas station, went to AutoZone just to check on some supplies. I'm definitely going to wait until I get further down the road and I get that process and stuff done. But I'm going to meet some guy for car parts for the Speed here in like a half hour, 40 minutes. I'm gonna have to be leaving, so I'm going to try and wipe down the top right now. You can see it's definitely sanded, is dry, but there's some, looks like streaks or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna Windex it and wipe down with a towel and then go over it with a microfiber and then start laying down some paint. So I'll get to it. All right, got the second coat after the wet sand from this morning on the top of the van. Got it pulled in the garage, keep it cool and let it cure pretty good. I might come back to it probably tomorrow and see what else needs touched up, and then maybe start on this thing. I don't know, I got a pretty busy day today. I'm going out in the Speed right now to pick up some parts for it. Definitely something that I'm very excited about. Wanted since I've had the car, but never came around to finding a good deal on it till now. So gonna go pick that up. Hopefully everything checks out on it, and let this thing dry, and I'll be back whenever. What's up guys, it is now Sunday, approximately 9:30 a.m. and I'm gonna start painting on the van here shortly, but I'm kind of waiting for some of the wind to die down. But I just wanted to show you, I got a few other things yesterday. I got some purple Rust-Oleum 2x ultra coverage, and I got the same thing in a bluish navy blue gloss color thing, and then I got this glitter shimmer effect. I'm just gonna mist over probably most of the black everywhere to kind of just make it flow a little better, give it a little bit of an offset, because this thing is very old and the body on it and rust pits and holes are just, I don't know, it's just, it'd be a lot of work to try to fix all that, and paint will cover most of it up, but you can still see like there's some kind of imperfections on the hood and stuff. I'm gonna go over with a second coat, or it'll be a third coat now, but third coat on the roof, probably second coat on the bumper. I'll wash all that stuff off, get all the contaminants off, and then probably go through and just see how I like some of the glitter. Just mist it up above it and just let it fall down onto it. And we'll see how that comes out. And then I got some of that primer over here as well. So I got some primer. I'm gonna spray that on a couple spots that need it. Maybe like right here, there's some like holes. Fill that in there, sand it out. Same with like on some of those spots that there's like some highs or some lows. I'm gonna try to even all that out. There's some spots like here the paint's actually legit chipped off. Same here. I think there was a couple more spots, yeah, around here in the windows. So I'm gonna have to pop the window open, tape up underneath around it, and then primer that, sand it. There's just a couple spots here and there that need touched up. Probably actually paint around the headlights and the grille black again. I think I liked it better that color. And then as well as this plastic piece up here and the windshield wipers and the mirrors back to black. So that's the goal for today. Hopefully we can get some of it finished if this wind doesn't continue to be blowing around. Alright, so got the third coat of black on the roof, and then I also came through, misted some of that glitter on there. It looks decent. And then also I'm going to go and give a second coat all around the bumpers and the sides. And then right now I got my girlfriend cleaning off the grill, and then I'm gonna let her paint that back to black. I'm probably gonna paint the intercooler eventually soon too. I'm gonna try to paint around the headlights black. And then on this side right here, I got this a coat and I sprayed some of the glitter stuff on there. It looks decent, like I said, not in direct sunlight. In direct sunlight, it shines really, really glittery, I guess you would say. But right now we're just working on cleaning the front bumper and then laying some paint on it, letting that dry, and then hopefully we can tape off the whole bottom section and just start going ham, start painting it crazy. So that's the game plan. Okay, so a little update. You can see you got the windows all taped up on this side. We're working on the back hatch and then that side over there. And then I have this all painted, that all painted. I got this up there and then across the front member painted. And then I did a little bit, there's like some rust spots under there, it didn't look too good, so I just hit that real quick. I took off this little guard thing. I don't know exactly what you would call it, but that's sitting over there. I'm gonna paint that black. I got the windshield wiper arms painting black soon, and then the grill's sitting over here just continuing to dry. That looks really good. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue to do this glitter sparkle stuff like I did there. Kind of looks good, like I said, not in direct sunlight, but we'll see once I get it pulled out. I'll probably end up just misting maybe everything just real lightly. Try not to go too much overboard, but it's coming along pretty good. Once everything's taped up, we can go ham, so stay tuned.